The Northern Cape is the largest province in South Africa, covering about 373,000 square kilometers, occupying nearly a third of the country's land area. Notwithstanding, this province is also the most sparsely populated province of South Africa, with approximately 1.2 million people living within its borders. Apart from Kimberley as provincial capital and a few larger towns, many inhabitants live in remote and isolated villages and settlements scattered around the sun-scorched countryside. Living conditions are often harsh, with high levels of unemployment and poverty, giving new meaning to the phrase, "the poorest of the poor." This situation is worsened by the fact that the Northern Cape is likewise the most arid province in South Africa. Most of the area is characterized by semi-desert landscapes and extremely hot temperatures. To many inhabitants, water scarcity turns everyday life into a struggle for survival. A severe drought has persisted in the Northern Cape since 2018, with a 90% reduction in rainfall figures in some areas. Against this background, the Minister of Human Settlements, Water and Sanitation, Lindiwe Sisulu, made funds of 306 million rand available at the beginning of 2020 for the implementation of an emergency drought relief program in various district and local municipalities in the Northern Cape province. The aim was to provide much-needed relief to humans and livestock in the province through the provision of potable water facilitated by emergency projects in various drought-affected municipalities. The Department of Water and Sanitation appointed Sedibeng Water as implementing agent, whereafter V3 Consulting Engineers was tasked with the execution of the program.
The Northern Cape province experienced an extensive drought over the past few years. From a V3 perspective, our vision was very specifically to serve the community. I think that's where we need to make the difference. And from a strategy point of view, it was all about supporting our client.
Implementation of the program commenced in February 2020. By May 2021, progress in implementation stood at 95%, with only a few projects still in the process of being completed. It should also be noted that the commencement of the program coincided with the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in South Africa. This situation aggravated the need of water for sanitation purposes in the already drought-stricken Northern Cape province, thereby intensifying the necessity and value of the emergency drought relief program significantly. A brief overview of the implementation of the program will now be provided. The execution of the Northern Cape Emergency Drought Relief Program was preceded by a comprehensive hydrological study.
We had to make sure that we get water from areas where there was no water, or where water was drilled before and they never got any water. So we did an intensive study in making sure that we get the right places to do the boreholes. We had a team of more than 20 scientists that did that.
The Northern Cape Emergency Drought Relief Program consisted of 3 sub-programs, namely the Drought Relief Capital Sub-Program, the Domestic and Stock Agriculture Water Sub-Program, and the Construction of Water Tanks and Water Tankering Sub-Program. The Drought Relief Capital Sub-Program consisted of 24 water infrastructure projects that allowed for the provision of more than 50 borehole systems and supply infrastructure, as well as the refurbishment of several water treatment works and infrastructure systems across 5 local municipalities. These municipalities include Kamiesberg Local Municipality, 11 water infrastructure projects; Joe Morolong Local Municipality, 5 water infrastructure projects; Richtersveld Local Municipality, 2 water infrastructure projects; Hantam Local Municipality, 3 water infrastructure projects; Karreeberg Local Municipality, 2 water infrastructure projects; and Thembelihle Local Municipality, 1 major water infrastructure project. As part of the Drought Relief Capital Sub-program, a number of pumps at the newly equipped borehole systems have been connected to the electricity grid with diesel-driven generators as backup. However, in remote areas with no direct access to electricity supply, the implementation team had to devise more innovative solutions. In many cases, solar panels have been installed to drive borehole pumps. In addition, wind turbines to generate electricity in the absence of sufficient sunlight have also been added to ensure sustainable borehole systems. Where necessary, the Capital Sub-program has likewise provided for the installation of a reverse osmosis system to improve the quality of drinking water with a high sulfur content. Due to the poor condition of infrastructure in certain areas, some small water treatment facilities have been refurbished. The Capital Sub-program has also allowed for the expansion and upgrading of some larger water treatment plants. It is essential that this provided water infrastructure is effectively maintained to ensure a sustainable solution. In general, community members appreciate the difference that the new water supply infrastructure is making in their lives.
Op die huidige oomblik kry ons water van ons krane wat by ons huise is. Dis 'n groot verandering. Ons wil net baie dankie sê vir die rolspelers wat vir ons die water tot by ons huise gebring het. Baie dankie.
Ek is bly daarvoor dat ek arm nou kan 'n bietjie vandag water gekry het. En ek is bly vir my man se tuin ook. Kyk, ek was bekommerd want hy het groente geplant, ek moes eet. Maar ek is bly. Regtig, ek is baie bly vir dit wat ek aan vandag ontvang het.
Tot dusver is die water vir ons baie beter as daarvoorheen. Want ons het die rivier af water moes dra. Want in die tyd, soos nou die tyd is son onder, dan het ons uit die rivier al gekom om water te bring by die huise toe. Nou is dit nie meer nodig nie.
Ons water was voorheen baie brak geweest en dit het 'n kruitsmaak gehad. Maar nadat dit gekom werk was in ons water het daar groot verandering gekom. Dit is baie lekker water, suiwer uit die boorgat uit. En ek wil vir elke werker wat so hard geoffer het vir die water en wat so hard gewerk het, wil ek baie dankie sê vir ons as Middelpos gemeenskap vir die helder suiwer water uit die boorgat.
The Domestic and Stock Agriculture Sub-program has provided solar-driven borehole systems to farmers across the Northern Cape Province. This sub-program focused on source development for individual farmers and included borehole drilling, siting, water quality testing, and the equipping of boreholes. Application forms for farmers to apply for assistance in developing sustainable water sources for domestic and stock agriculture water were devised and distributed in collaboration with Northern Cape Agriculture Unions and the local Department of Agriculture. More than 700 eligible applications from commercial and communal farmers were received. During the implementation of this sub-program, borehole drilling eventually took place on 142 farms. In the process, a total of 148 boreholes were drilled, of which 106 yielded sufficient water to assist sustainable farming. All farmers who are benefiting from the new infrastructure agree that the program is having a significant impact on sustainable farming in the area.
Hier in Namakoland het ons het redelik swaar gehad met die droogte. Veral wat ons water aan betref het, die watervlak het vreeslik gesak. En ons het gesukkel om water by die damme te kry vir die vee. Die mense het wel by ons kom boor. Ons het 5000 liter 'n uur water gekry. Ek wil net namens my en my pa wat op hierdie grond boer, sê baie dankie vir alle rolspelers wat dit vir ons moontlik gemaak het om volhoubaar hier te boer.
Se puso e se re dietseng ra se itumelela gore be kgone go tla gore namola mo diphologolong tsa rona. Gore tsenya tsamaiso ya e sa leng re sokola re sokotse nako e telele thata diphologolo tsa rona di sa kgone go nwa. Jaanong ke setse ke bua gape ke re ke itumelela gore puso e be re diretse seoa mme ga go itumelela go itumela morahe wa Bethlehem.
Na 8 jaar van droogte het reg oor die gebied het boorgate begin opdroog. Mense en diere het sonder water begin raak. Ek was een van die gelukkiges op die plaas waar ons vandag is. Het hulle vars water gekry, baie goeie water. Die infrastruktuur wat hier geskep is, die toerusting is van die beste gehalte wat jy kan kry. Dit is professioneel ingesit en toegerus en het 'n reuse verskil gemaak. Se puso e se tshotse ra se lebogela mo moraga tshokolo e telele re sokotse gore ya metsi ka diveng. Ha koloi ya gago e robegile yaanong ke matsapa mo dilong go nwa ga di na metsi. Mare yaanong mo seemong se re mo go sone re a leboga ka gore yaanong ke ha re na le metsi ga re tlhole re sokola. So re lebogela botlhe ba ba tshotseng karolo mo go hitlheleleng seo re se hitlheletseng.
During the construction of water tanks and water tankering sub-program, 884 water tanks and stands were provided to areas without water at the start of the program and during the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Water tanks were supplied to district municipalities as follows. Francis Bard District Municipality, 248 water tanks. Pixley Kaseme District Municipality, 93 water tanks. John Taulu Khaitsiwe District Municipality, 353 water tanks. Namakwa District Municipality, 48 water tanks. And ZF Mkau District Municipality, 142 water tanks. Furthermore, from the beginning of March 2020, 39 tankers have delivered more than 50 million litres of water throughout the Northern Cape Province to selected municipal areas in dire need of water supply. During the implementation of the program, the execution team had to negotiate several challenges.
One of the main challenges was the COVID-19 pandemic, which happened simultaneously with the execution. We had to get approval from the various authorities to make sure that we can access all the different areas. I think another challenge that we faced was the skill level and the material accessibility within these areas. Lastly, we also had to do extensive travel because of the vastness of the province, and that meant that we sort of long hours and time were spent on the roads just to sort of reach these communities.
The program has also stimulated economic development and job creation in the province. 54 direct and indirect contractors were involved in the implementation of the program, of which 45 were locally sourced. More than 370 job opportunities were likewise created. In conclusion, there is no doubt that the Northern Cape Emergency Drought Relief Program in general is making a significant difference in the lives of about 800,000 inhabitants and the sustainability of livestock farming in the province.
I believe that this project can become a pilot to a lot of other provinces because it's a real life-changing project.
The successful implementation of the Northern Cape Emergency Drought Relief Program affirmed the competency of Sedibeng Water to act as implementing agent for the Department of Water and Sanitation. The success of this program likewise confirms our commitment to strategically and operationally support the department in addressing government's imperatives related to the delivery of water services to all communities.
The success and continuation of this much-needed program contributes towards enhancing public confidence in government's commitment to deliver basic water services and improving the lives of our people.